'cause we're aiming high.
Hey guys, welcome back to another video on the channel, and today we'll be taking a look at how to get started with Visual Studio Code. So Visual Studio Code, also popularly known as VS Code, is pretty much a code writer such as Atom and Sublime Text. What makes it so special is that it is lightweight and supports a lot of languages and plus is user friendly. Now in this video I will be listing the top extensions, how to download VS Code, and how to get started with your first project. Now let's get right to the video. To download Visual Studio Code, all you need to do is go over to code.visualstudio.com. Now you should be greeted with this website. In case you have a Windows computer, you can just go ahead and click on this little button saying stable build and download for Windows. But in case you have a computer which has other languages, all you need to do is click on other platforms and you will be greeted with this website saying Windows, Linux, some other languages and Mac OS. So this will meet your system requirements. Now in case you want to be up to date with the bug fixes, all you need to do is click on Insiders Edition. Now this website will bring you to something which Visual Studio Code gets updated every day and there will be bug fixes. But I do not recommend this because it might have some broken builds and it's better to stick with the stable build version for now. Now I can just go ahead and click on downloading for Windows and it will say thanks for downloading Visual Studio Code. In case this download doesn't work, try to click on this direct download link. Once you have ran through the activation wizard and installed Visual Studio Code successfully, you should be greeted with this welcome screen. So, if you want to create a new file, all you need to do is go over to File and click on New File. Now, it will bring you to this. If you want, you can select a language to get started. For example, I want to create a HTML document. I just clicked on this button and I type in HTML. Then once you get to this part and you have chosen your successful language, all you need to do is hit enter on your keyboard and you'll be greeted with the HTML format. Now I can always save this document to my local disk and start working with it like as in any other editor. In case you have already been working on a project and you want to open the folder in which the files are in, all you need to do is go over to File, Open Folder, and this should open the Explorer for you to choose your folder. Now, Visual Studio Code has certain plugins which are unique to it and can help speed up and make your work more productive. Now to access this, all you need to do is click on extensions, and these are the extensions I will be recommending and I'll be taking a look at in detail right now. The first extension we'll be taking a look at is the auto rename tag by John Han, which has over 6 million downloads. To find this extension, all you need to do is go over to the search bar and type in auto rename tag and hit enter. It should be the first result you will receive. Now if you go over to the HTML document and we have a simple paragraph. Now in case I want to make this paragraph for each one, instead of changing the p tag twice, I can just change it once and it renames the ending tag as well. So this is the functionality of this extension and helps speed up your work. The next extension is called Bracket Pay Colorizer by Coinrad S and has over 5 million downloads. So as the name suggests, this colorizes brackets in a different color according to their pairs. For example, if there are curly braces which are on the outside, it colors them purple. Now a good example is when I have a @media tag in a CSS. If I want to include an each one and I put a curly brace again, the yellow and the purple stand out from each other. So this helps you recognize any errors and helps format your code easily. The next extension is called Live Server by Ritwik Day and has over 13 million downloads. Now the thing about this is, in case you have a basic HTML document and you have a basic heading, all you need to do is right click and click on open with Live Server. So this only works if you import an folder from your local hard drive. Now once you do so, you will be greeted with this screen on your web browser, and it has a bunch of numbers which is your port number, and it has the word hello on it. Now the benefit of this extension is, in case I have a regular paragraph saying hello again, and every time I click Ctrl S or I save this, it'll immediately add it over here without me having to refresh this document. So this also makes it easier to spot errors and speeds up your work. Another extension to check out and is pretty cool is called Prettier Code Formatter, made by Prettier and has over 14 million downloads. Now if we go back to our HTML document, we'll have some random text which is some lorem ipsum. Now the main function of this extension, if that I minimize this tab and I make them smaller, it actually shrinks this and makes them into one line. So this is also pretty cool as it helps you wrap text and depends on the width. So if I want to simultaneously compare my code and my Google Chrome browser using the live server extension, I can do so with ease. The last two extensions are pretty self-explanatory. Now JavaScript ES6 code snippets by Charamplos Karipidis, what it does is it just offers snippets while you're doing your JavaScript. So this is for JavaScript usage. The last one is the icon fonts. So this is pretty much creates a preview where you can select some icons including the famous Font Awesome package. So in case you want buttons such as the up button or the down button, this is where you can get it for free, and plus it speeds up your productivity. Now let's take a look at the settings needed for VS Code. Now to access these settings, all you need to do is go over to this little bottom and see this gear icon and click on it. Then click on setting. Once you do so, you should be arrived at this place. Now the recommended font family for VS Code is the default, which is Consolas, Courier New and Monospace. The font size can be changed from 14px to 20px and the rest should be fine. If you're having any trouble with the extensions downloaded and which I showed you in this video, all you need to do is change some settings over here, but by default there should be no errors activating this extension. Another cool feature of VS Code is, for example, you have a bunch of random files open and you would like to preserve this layout instead of opening a new folder and overwriting all the data. Now all you need to do is go over, click on file and click on save workspace as. So this will save our workspace onto your desktop that you can open later. In case you have saved a workspace already, just have to click on open workspace. It is as simple as that. So that was it for this short and quick video. If you want more VS Code content, make sure to leave a like, subscribe and ring the notification bell for more updates. Join my Discord server to give some video suggestions along with my other social media. Other than that, see you in the next video. Bye.